Hi friends, welcome back to Mangalorean Taste Buds by Asha. Today I'll show you how I make mutton biryani. Mutton biryani holds a royal legacy from the kitchen of Nawabs. A hearty mutton biryani that will amaze your guest. Biryani is a dish that nobody can ever resist, be it a dinner party or any celebratory occasion. Biryani seems to be an ideal dish to be served along with a refreshing raita, pickle, and papad. This beautifully spiced and fragrant layers of biryani rice centered with juicy, tender meat and spices, onions, tomatoes, and potatoes is pure bliss. This is another dish which is close to my heart. This is how my dad would prepare the dish. He was not a professional chef, but cooking was his passion. Biting into the sultan chunks of mutton cooked along with the masala is a heavenly feeling. The addition of almonds, cashews, and raisins thicken the gravy. Layering the pot with onions and tomato rings prevents the rice from getting burnt at the bottom. Do give it a try. I'm sure you too will enjoy this. If you like this recipe, please click the like button and give a thumbs up. If you have tried this recipe, please leave a comment in the comment section below. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe. So let's check out the ingredients. Here I have taken around 1.5 kg of mutton. You can use beef or chicken also. This is around half cup of curd. This is the thick curd. Give it a mix and leave it aside for half an hour to 1 hour. By the time you can get the other ingredients ready. Here I have taken 2-inch piece of cinnamon stick. This is around 30 peppercorns, around 12 cloves and 8 cardamoms, around 15 Kashmiri chilies. You can use mix. This is 15 garlic flakes, 2-inch piece of ginger, 3/4 tablespoon of cumin seeds, 1/3 cup of coriander seeds, 3/4 tablespoon of khaskhas, this is optional, 1/3 cup of cashew nuts, 1/3 cup of almonds, and around quarter cup, that is of the 3/4 cup of raisins because it is sweet. This is around 5 large onions sliced finely. Add around half a cup of ghee as well as oil. If you like, you can use only ghee or only oil. I have used a mix of both. And now fry the onions till it is nice and golden brown. It will take around 7 to 8 minutes of cooking time. See that you don't burn the onions. Once the onions is fried well, add the ground masala. Don't use too much water while grinding the masala, otherwise it will take a little longer to cook. Fry it well till the raw smell of the masala goes. This will take around 8 to 10 minutes of cooking time. You have to fry till the oil separates from the masala. Don't increase the flame, otherwise the masala will tend to get burnt at the bottom. Add salt as per taste. And keep on stirring. By then the masala will also change color to a nice reddish dark color. See, you can see oil floating from the sides of the masala. At this point of time, you can add the marinated meat. You can use boneless if you wish, but always it is good to have bones in your masala. Give it a nice good mix and then cook till the meat is 95% done. Now it depends on the cooking time of the pressure cooker. Sometimes it may take around three whistles, or at times 4. I have added 2 green chilies just for taste. This is the cooked meat. The gravy thickens because of the use of the dry nuts. Here I have taken 2 pieces of cinnamon stick, a few cardamom pods, a few cloves, few peppercorns, and 1 star anise. This is 1¼ kg of basmati long grain rice. Soak it for half an hour. Now in a boiling pot, add enough water, add the whole spices, add salt. The salt should be on the little higher side, otherwise the biryani will taste bland. Add the soaked rice and then give it a nice good mix and let it cook till it is 60% done. Don't keep stirring in between. Once the rice has come to a 60% boil, strain it. This is 2 sliced onions, 2 tomatoes sliced round, a few mint leaves, and a few coriander leaves chopped. This is all for the garnishing. These are fried potatoes. I have boiled them with a little salt and turmeric powder and then fried it a little. This is food color, but this is optional. I use 3 colors while making biryani. This is the cooked rice. Now we'll start layering the biryani. In a heavy bottom pan, add onions at the bottom. This will avoid the rice or meat getting burnt. The onions will get nicely caramelized and it enhances the taste. Arrange the tomatoes on the onions. Sprinkle a little chopped coriander and mint leaves. Add around 1 or 2 teaspoons of ghee or oil if you wish. And then I add a little rice so that all the masala will get absorbed by the rice. Arrange the potatoes, but this is purely optional, but I do like to add potatoes in the biryani. Now add the meat pieces, 1 full layer of meat pieces, then add the rice on top again. Once you're done layering, add the coriander leaves, mint leaves, and the food color. I have used green, yellow, and orange. You can use a single color or you can skip it totally. And then again, once you're done with all this, add a little ghee on top. I have added a little orange color and then ghee on top, around another 2 to 3 teaspoons. And then close the lid and keep it for dum for another 10 to 12 minutes. See that the flame is on sim. Give it a gentle mix and then you can serve it. I hope you like this recipe of mine. Do give it a try. I'm sure you too will enjoy this yummy mutton biryani. Thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel. And do not forget to click the bell icon to get notified as and when I upload a new recipe. The list of ingredients is given in the description box below. So my sweet friends, hope you have enjoyed this quick and yummy recipe. Stay tuned for more such interesting recipes. Till we meet again, check out my other recipes at Mangalorean Taste Buds by Asha. Bye, see you soon with the new interesting recipe. Take care.